Hi guys, this is Streamer Carlos. On today's video, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and review of Loki season 2, episode 1. Loki's time shake jumps, and in the TVA, and the time branch cutters. So here we go, guys. I love this first episode because we got to see what has been going on in the TVA since the season 1 finale of Loki. As you guys remember, we were left off at a cliffhanger where Loki had conquered with Sylvie, conquered the variant of the one who remains, meaning Kang, one of his variants. And after Sylvie pushed Loki out of Kang's variant lair, way deep in the I would call it in the attic, or somewhere in the attic of the TVA, and eventually, so he killed Kang's variant, and after that, Loki's whole reality chain, whole TVA reality changed. Instead of, the statues that you would see outside the windows in this section that Loki was at, you would see, instead of the statues that you would see or pillars, Loki saw statues of the one who remains. But as we get into season 2, as we get into this first episode of season 2, everything is quite the same as we left off. But here's the catch. He's jumping in between. He's time shaking jump, or he's getting these he's shaking, or time, I would call it a time, another word for it would be a time quake shake jump, which means that his whole self, meaning his whole being, basically, his whole body, meaning himself, is jumping in between his reality and this alternate reality where Sylvie caused by killing Kang's time variant that was deep, like I said before, that was deep in the attic, or I would like to call it the attic room, deep beneath, or hidden beneath the wall, beneath the, or hidden way deep in the inner walls of the TVA. But so Loki has been time shaking leaping in between his reality where Mobius and B-15 and other crew members of the TVA know him. But then he jumps back into the reality but then all of a sudden he jumps back to the reality that Sylvie set off by killing this the one who remains variant that was hidden beneath and controlling the TVA. And Mobius also, Owen Wilson is back as Mobius, and I love the way that Owen Wilson reacts when Loki's jumping in between the two TVAs in these two realities, meaning the real one and the TVA, and the other TVA, the second TVA. He's like, and Mommy's he's turning his head around, and Loki's appearing in the actual reality of the TVA, and then Mobius is like, I hear you, Loki, or he's like, I can hear Loki's voice, so he's like turning, and then Loki's like, Mobius, and then his whole body disappears back to Sylvie's other reality that she caused by killing Kang's variant. But then after a while of time leaping or time quake leaping, Mobius is able to see what's going on. Mobius is able to grasp what's been going on with Loki, and Loki says, "We, you and me need to stop the one who remains." And obviously Mobius is like, Who are you talking about? And Loki is like the one who remains that me and Sylvie stopped and tried to hurt but not kill Time Variant of Kang. But then after a while, then both Mobius and Loki get into an elevator that leads Mobius suggests has an idea. He knows someone in a different area or in a different section of the TVA that could probably help Loki with his time shake leaping. time shake leaping, and while they're in the elevator on their way to on their way to on their way to this new section, this unknown section to us, the fans of the TVA, and I love and here's the funny part. Loki is time leaping while he's in the elevator with Mobius, and in one instance his whole body time leaps again, and then obviously then all of a sudden he appears again talking to Mobius, and Mobius says, your hair is having a bad hair day. You're having a bad day, aren't you, Loki? And he's like, and Loki's like, you have no idea. But when right after they get off the elevator, Mobius and Loki go to this unknown section to us, the fans of Loki, the series of the TVA, and I guess the clerk, the head clerk of this section is Kiwi Kwan, or to many of you, maybe, or to some of you, you might know him as Data from Goonies. And I have to tell you, Kiwi Kwan looks Obi, his name, Kiwi Kwan's character that we meet in this new section of the TVA is Obi. I can't pronounce his full name, his full character name, because it's hard. But for short is Obi, and he says, and he says hi to both Loki and Mobius, but just like Loki, with a time shake leaping, Obi is having feeling the same way, or having the same experience as Loki, but without the shaking. What I mean by that, his mind, basically, Marvel did a great job by doing this, by time leaping or time jumping in between two versions of Obi, without the shaking, without Obi time leaping shake, without him time shake leaping, and I really loved it. The first one is obviously the first version of Obi is the one that Mobius is talking about. Mobius and Loki are talking to. But the second one is like talking to Loki and Mobius, but separately and sometimes together. But the second one is like Loki and Mobius are like, do you remember what you said to us before? And you know, and then Marvel does it again. They they transition into the actual reality of Obi, and he says yes. And he says, yes, I do remember telling you this. And other stuff. But basically what he's what Obi said to Mobius and to Loki. He said in non-Marvel, I can't remember what he specifically said. Like, he said, I do remember what he said, but I can't give you the, like the technical Marvel term that he used. But he said, your time fluctuating. Yes, your time jumping you're in fluctuation. You're in reality fluctuation, which means that after, which means that you did that someone, meaning Sylvie, by killing Kang's time variant that again controlled that had control of the TVA by Sylvie killing this version of the one who remains. She basically opened up a time, I'm gonna call it, guys, a time black hole, which means that you're jumping in between, your whole body, Loki, is fluctuating, or is in fluctuation between that black hole's reality and your current reality, which is basically which you are in now. But to do that, with Sylvie creating that black hole, it created a whole different branch, and you're stuck in that time black hole slash black hole time new timeline branch. But I have a solution. We need to go in. We need to go deep into, or we need to go into our control room, into the TVA's control room of timeline settings, and then Mobius, will have to use this. You will have to go out. You will have to go outside and cut the cord, or cut the time wrench cord that Loki's in, and then he will have a certain amount of time to jump or to get into his real time wrench reality before he's doomed and gets stuck in his black hole branch that he's in forever. So, and here's the cool thing. Guys. I did not know this. That the TVA, that Obi is the creator, or or the pioneer that made the rule that made the rule book of the TVA of the TVA of the TVA, also known as the TVA manual. So after so then they broke. So then Mobius, and of course with Obi and Loki said, "Okay, Loki, you will have to, well, obviously, you will have to find, you will, basically, you're gonna, your whole body's gonna fluctuate again into this other reality that you're stuck in, of us, meaning the TVA, and then you will have to find your a way out out of this reality that will lead you to a door or something like a door that will lead you to your current time branch path. And when you reach your time branch path, at the same time, Mobius will be on his way. Will be cutting that black hole that you got yourself in, time black hole that you got yourself into. Of course, I'll be guiding him, but for Mobius, But Obi said, for you to do that, for you to help Loki get out of this black hole, time black hole, you will have to go outside, and walk very cautiously, or walk very slowly and cautiously, a walkway that leads you to the time branch coordinates, or cords slash cables. So then, after finding this room, after finding or getting into the TVA's timeline settings room, Obi and Loki and Mobius were like, okay, we're here. But Obi was like, we're here, guys. Now, Mobius, you will have to put on a special time branch special time branch galactic suit. Meanwhile, you, Loki, your body will fluctuate back to your second reality. After you do that, after your whole body does that, you will have to find your way out of this reality and then we'll go from there. So that's what they did. So that's what Obi suggested, and that's what they did. So we have in TV the TVAR 1, meaning TVA Reality 1, we have Mobius basically walking towards walking on this runway to the time branch to the time branch cords and cables, while he's being pushed by timeline winds, which is basically like being pulled by the wind, but from time. On the other, on TV, on the TVA R2, Loki's finding his way out of TVAR1 TVAR2 reality, which is reality 2, while then he sees and he's right when he's about to reach his goal or near his goal, Loki sees an elevator. He sees an elevator, and when this out of the blue appearing elevator, after when the elevator doors open, he sees none other than Sylvie, presumably the one that got him into this mess. Then he sees a classic 1950s phone. When you know the circle dialing mechanism, and meanwhile, at the same time, Obi's like to Mobius, hurry, or to Mobius and Loki, and Mobius is telling Obi to wait for Loki to jump into our real time reality branch, and Obi's like, we don't have that. We have like 5 minutes before his black hole time hole sucks him in, and he's stuck forever. And Mobius is like, give him time. I know he will be there. I know that he will make it to our time reality jump, our time reality branch before this black hole sucks him in. Time black hole sucks him in and leaves him there forever. But here was another problem that Mobius was not considering, but kind of. Obi said, we can't wait any longer for Loki, because the time branch cables are overheating and overloading with with this time branch, that the whole uh, time branch electrical set, time branch computer controlling computer uh, cables and circuits are overheating, and this will cause a major collapse, and this will cause a major calamity to us and to all timelines. But luckily, but luckily, but luckily, but luckily, but luckily, but luckily, uh, but luckily, Loki was able. He was this by no by by one hair or one by one hammer. By one hammer, he was this close from being sucked into in his time black hole. Time black hole that Sylvie caused. So after getting pulled getting pulled by Mobius into his reality, into the actual TVA reality. After getting himself together, Loki said to Mobius, we need to find and locate Sylvie. She needs to help us with this mess. And Obi and then to end the episode, to end episode 1 of season 2 of Loki, Obi and Mobius and Loki himself and other team members of the TVA are looking at the TVA branching controlling screen, and they see that another branch that time branches are opening without out of control, and that if they keep opening up without any control, the TVA timeline settings room will collapse in turn, though the whole TVA will collapse in turn. But to Obi's to then Mobius was like to Obi, and Loki was like just like Mobius said, asked Obi, can you stop time branches from growing? And then Obi said, guys, didn't you read the manual? Yeah, yes, I'm the clerk to the clerk to the time to the I'm the clerk or the janitor, yes, the janitor for all time shaking problems or time reality jumping time reality time reality jumping situations, but I don't have that kind of but I don't have the clearance to to cut or cut and cut slash shut down these out of control out of control out of control growing time branches. The only ones the only one that has this clearance to cut the time branches the time branches is Miss Minute and the last time you both and I checked, Miss Minutes is nowhere to be found. Neither is Renslayer, and neither is Renslayer, and we need both. First of all, we probably need Miss Minutes, and Renslayer to help us, but they are not. But both of them, just like me, are not cleared to cut these timeline branches that are growing out of control. But the only one that can shut this whole thing down is the one who remains, and so that's how, guys, this first episode of Loki ends. Of Loki season 2 ends. So with that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and let me know in the comments, what did you think when you saw Data on QE Quan in the TVA, or to be more specific, in the MCU as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.